You see that mentality of saying I would change him when I
Yes,
get
during
married.
marriage,
Don't
it
try
has
it.
to stop.
Welcome to Get or Out with Kami. So with me here are my amazing guests,
Hi everyone.
Angel
Good
and
afternoon.
Gentle
Good
Blow.
morning.
So guys, are you ready for today's story?
Yes, we are. Yes, we
Yeah,
are.
yeah, we're ready.
Okay. Okay, let's get
How
right
you know
into this.
doing
All
here?
ready.
Let's get right into the story. I wouldn't have believed this if it hadn't happened to me. My husband, before we got married, was a neat freak. When I used to visit him as his girlfriend, he had different shoes for different parts of the house. I wasn't allowed to wear my shoes inside the house. He had slippers for the living room, slippers for the bedroom, slippers for the toilet, and only the living room slippers were allowed in the kitchen. They must not be mixed up. He doesn't have OCD because he could tolerate a bit of disorganization, especially when we were having fun or enjoying quality time together, as long as everything was cleaned up afterward. Sometimes it got extreme. He would shout at me for placing my leg on the sofa or on the table. But I didn't see this as a big deal because it's rare to find a man that neat. My husband wears the boxers for only one day, doesn't repeat dirty clothes, and he always smells good. He used to say something that I didn't take seriously at that time. He would say, I don't want kids in my house. Children are a messy job. I brushed it off because I believed he would change his mind when I got pregnant or after giving birth. I thought that the fact that he's now a father would change his heart. After all, most men are proud to have a child to carry on their name. We got married and lived happily for 2 years before I conceived. I came home joyfully to inform him about the pregnancy after confirming it at the clinic. But my joy was cut short. He looked at me and asked, who are you pregnant for? I told him, you of course, you are my husband. Who else will get me pregnant? Then he said, and with whose permission did you get pregnant? I couldn't believe it. I tried not to let it affect me. I dismissed it as one of those 5 minute temporal madness men have. But around 5 month pregnancy, I had gained some weight and he began to complain. He said I looked round, out of nagging about everything. Sometimes I became too tired to clean the house right away and he would complain and then clean it himself. The real problem started after I gave birth. When I went into labor, my husband was at home but ignored my cries for help. I had to call a neighbor who drove me to the hospital. She even brought me back the next day. My husband didn't show any care or concern. He never showed love for our son. He called him names like silly, useless, bastard, and more. That he's the one causing problems between us. The only time he ever held him was when the baby was crying while he was trying to nap and I was in the bathroom. He picked him up and placed him outside the house in front of the living room. That was the moment I knew something was truly wrong. That day, he sent me and the child out of our matrimonial room to another room. I thought one day he might send me out of the house, so I reported him to his mother and his friends. I couldn't bring myself to tell my own parents because I didn't want to tarnish his image. I respect my husband and won't want my family having issues with him. His mother spoke to him countless times. His friends also tried. I discussed with him. Everyone who could has spoken to him, but he remained adamant. He says he wants only me, not the child. He says he never wanted children and never will. He doesn't have a personal problem with me. In fact, after childbirth and with all the stress, I lost weight and returned to my previous shape. But the problem starts whenever the baby cries, poos, or even makes a sound. For the first time in my life, I've seen someone who hates the smell of a baby. He nags about everything I do involving the baby. Sometimes he directs his anger at me. It's been 4 months now. Raising this child feels like raising triplets because I'm doing everything alone. He doesn't help. He doesn't give me money anymore because he knows I'll spend it on the baby's formula or diapers. I've tried doing exclusive breastfeeding, but I was too stressed, so I added formula to support breast milk. Even then, he still refused to give me money for it. I've had to call friends to help me buy formula and diapers. even though they know my husband is capable. I finally opened up to one of my friends because I couldn't keep dying in silence. I'm begging my husband to allow me get a job so I can take care of my baby, but he hasn't accepted yet. I don't know what to do anymore. My husband has no problem with me, only with a child. He even suggested I drop the baby at an orphanage. Everyone has tried to talk to him but has given up now. I know my husband is not insane, but I can't explain what's wrong with him. I don't want to raise my child in a toxic environment. I want my son to experience the love of a father. Is this how I'm going to continue my life? Will I end up a married single mother? Will my husband ever change? Will things ever get better? I ask myself all these questions and more, but I have no answer. I'm confused, I'm exhausted, and I'm tired. Has anyone ever been in my shoes? What is the solution to this? How can I convince my husband to love his own child, his own blood? I just don't know anymore. So this is a long one. So Angel, so what do you have to say about this?
This is
Will I call him a
sad.
pathetic man?
This
Or
is sad.
it's really very sad, honestly.
But actually, I won't blame the woman because on the other hand, she wanted a child. And the husband was always bringing that. You see that mentality of saying, I will change him when I
Yes,
get
during
married.
marriage,
Don't
it
try
has
it.
to stop.
Because tell me why your husband told you that he doesn't like, he made a statement. Should I say here, a
Which
statement.
she should have sensed as
Yes,
flag
yes, red
Yeah.
from
flags.
the
Yes,
relationship level.
yes.
Ah, God.
And you still went ahead with the marriage. And you
Hoping
think
he
you
would
think
change.
you are God.
She even said hoping he will change.
I
That
don't know.
once he
I don't
see
know
the
why.
child.
I don't know why women, most especially, ignores red flags when they see relationship and hoping that the person will change. You understand? I won't blame her actually because
Yeah,
there
yeah.
are people that when they say maybe they have this mentality that I don't want a child. But when the baby comes, you understand? Even when the
Yes,
mother
they'll
or the
fall
wife
in love.
will be pregnant, he might not even partake in anything about the pregnancy process. But when the baby comes, that's the whole thing changes.
Yes, it's true.
Changes.
Most people are like
You
that.
understand? I wonder what happened in this.
But this one is very sad though. You even carry your baby kept outside.
No, the man needs help.
Honestly, is it?
The man needs
But she said
help.
she said it's not mentally
it's
not
Yes,
insane.
it's not insane.
That's what she
Then she
feels.
doesn't want a child. But what if now this because people change. People change,
This is
yes.
a very
What if
serious
tomorrow?
problem because I don't understand why a man will not want his own blood. And
Honestly.
if you ask me, I feel you should involve your parent at this point because
Yes,
you don't
so-
want to tarnish his image in front of your parent does not make sense because involve your parent and his parents have to sit. There must be something wrong.
Yes,
Maybe from when he
yes.
was growing up, trauma,
And
something.
I
There
also
must be-
feel she should be prayerful because it's only God that can
that
actually
can
intervene
touch
in
that
such a
man's
Yes,
heart.
yes.
Yeah.
because who knows if the parents will even change him, you understand? Because
She
it's
said
like-
the
just like
parents
you
have
said.
even tried. The
Yes,
mother
yes,
has
yes.
tried.
Yes.
So
She's
me, I
not-
feel there's nobody in this life that doesn't have someone they look up to.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
understand? So first thing I feel that she should maybe try to find out who his mentor is or somebody that he's looking up to. You understand? Probably the person might help. Then another thing again, you made mention of trauma. You understand? Now people mistake this trauma thing of that it must be from childhood. Now trauma is not about childhood. Trauma can happen to you at any stage in life. You understand? So I feel this person might actually might actually be a trauma. Maybe he must have lived it because raising kids is not easy. Trust me. You understand? So if he might live in an environment where maybe he live with his uncle or auntie that have kids and he has seen how they behave. You know, all those things might make mommy, I don't want this kind of stress. You understand? So that might be the trauma. You understand? Because I have somebody, a friend of mine that once said that that she doesn't want a male child because she lived with her sister and she has a male child and the boy was, stubborn and all that. You understand? So she'd be like, I don't want male children. You understand? Because of that. So that is a trauma. So it might be a trauma. You're right.
I think
honestly.
at this point, I honestly believe that you should be prayerful because God is only God that can change that your husband's heart. Yeah, I'm a strong believer in the power of God. So there's nothing God cannot do. God can touch that your husband's heart because for the part that he just picked up that child like a piece of rag and dropped him
No,
outside.
that is very
And I
sad.
know that
Honestly,
the mother was in the
honestly,
bathroom.
Because the mother was in the bathroom. That is the only time you carry your child. And you did not even have compassion a little bit.
No, not at all. Because he want to sleep. You just picked
Jesus.
him up and dumped him outside. You never even drop him outside the room. You drop him outside the house. The man is very wicked, but there's
Honestly, very
something.
wicked.
There's more to this.
I think he needs a therapy. Like,
Yeah.
honestly,
Yeah, you need to go for
if
therapy.
if he will accept to, you understand, trust
There's
me.
more to this. There's more to that
Oh.
man's behavior.
Like
It's
your
not
wife got
normal.
pregnant
You
and
didn't
he
partake.
did not change you.
What's the thing
The
that
baby
even broke
came,
me?
you still did not change. What will change you?
He's not even giving her money for the baby's
Because
food.
of the baby, you
Yeah, stop dropping money and there's
saying that
They
the
think
baby
that-
is the reason the baby is the obstacle between
Between
you
them.
and your.
The thing the one that even broke me, what she said is what she made mention of she getting pregnant without his permission.
Okay, yeah.
wait,
I don't understand.
Permission did you say?
Jesus, you
And they have been knocking up and down. Okay, you want to be knocking. You know that
That's
you use
you.
protection.
I don't like you don't want a child, and you cannot tell her to use maybe
Contraceptive.
yes, or maybe use protection. And you're asking your
I
wife.
know,
With whose
honestly,
permission?
with your
Ah,
God, I don't even know
no.
what,
The man
like.
needs serious help.
You need help, though.
Did
My
you
sister,
even on his own side? He did not even take any measures. Like, okay, let me try to see that she's not pregnant. You are just enjoying
You just
yourself,
enjoy yourself.
and you don't want baby to
Nothing
come.
happened, you
For
don't
what?
want-
how now?
For what? It's not possible.
Speak to, I don't know if I have someone that is close to him when he was growing up, his sister. Ask how was his
Thank
growing
you
up?
to trace.
Like,
Yes,
Yeah.
There
the
must be
history.
something.
Something.
Ask, did he
yes.
go to somewhere? Did he live with your uncle?
Thank you.
Ask
Yes,
questions.
yes,
Don't just sit
yes,
there and be
yes.
wondering.
Yeah, that's
And you know
true.
one thing with all these people, it's not just about this lady. It happens with a lot of people that during their relationship they will see a lot of things and they tend to ignore it.
Honestly.
And they
Yeah,
always
both
feel
genders
that
actually, though.
both
Yes,
genders, both
both,
genders, and they
both.
now feel that it's inside the marriage that automatically
Yeah,
You
will
change the
they will
person.
change.
No,
And
it
does not work
doesn't.
like
Oh.
that.
Red
Sometimes-
flag is a red flag. See it from afar and disappear, my
Sometimes
sister.
I don't know that I want to say don't be desperate. When you see something that you know you cannot cope with, just go. It's better you up out.
Honestly.
That
Or if we should talk about it, because not that, because according to what she said, that he said it, she feels that
There
he's
is
going
one
to
of
change.
those 5 minutes
You understand?
madness men
Thank
have.
you. Yes.
Yes.
Oh, but you should have talked
At
about
least the man
it.
even said it.
Honestly,
the
you
man
should have
said
talked
and
about
you
it.
ignored it.
If you don't want to live silently or without talking about it, you should have talked
You
about
don't
it.
know I will
that
get
you know
pregnant,
it's-
so I must
How-
get
why
pregnant.
will I-
Say your own. Let him follow
Okay,
and tell
my-
you no.
Question is that if your parent did the same, will you be here?
I wonder.
Don't mind him.
I don't know people. Oh,
So my
So when he
dear
was,
girl-
she say he's they are married, Abi.
yes.
Yes. So wait, he's trying to tell me when they were trying to cut that cake, how many children they want to have, and he's
Thank
cutting.
you. Yeah.
I the MC like this.
I'm telling you.
You and who want to
Or
have.
even they call her, they I don't know if they are from Igbo tribe. Like this color, they will not say, they will not throw the color, they will say, maybe for you to have 4 kids.
Yeah. Honestly, it's not now.
It's really very
It's not.
unfortunate.
It's
Honestly.
not. I feel for the
honest.
baby.
Hey.
I feel for the baby and the
Because
mother.
the mother
And the
that,
mother.
that has a supportive husband is very difficult for the woman.
Yes.
Let alone your own, you don't even have any support. See.
Honestly.
They might just
And-
do food for you.
Yeah, at least the husband's side, the mother is trying her best. I think so, and I pray
And
God will
imagine
help.
the man being in the house during labor.
Oh,
He didn't take her to the hospital.
That is
She
very
had to
bad.
call a neighbor. So I think when she gave birth through CS, would have been her.
I say
Applied.
my problem is that I say from the baby, your wife conceived still.
5 months she started adding weight, and you just
And instead
giving.
complaining. He should the type that used to spit about
This
it.
guy,
Grandma would have
and
just
you
gone
know
to
another
her.
thing again is
Right.
that you know all these videos on social media that you see people, see them looking ladies looking sexy. They will not say, you understand, then later
Later,
when they are pregnant,
pregnant,
she knows,
yeah, yeah.
all this is my
That
also
man
ah,
will just bundle that
to
woman and say, go back to your
God.
mother's house.
Aye.
It's really
But that's
unfortunate.
so-
There's
that's
something wrong
very
with that
sad.
man. Which
honestly,
I believe
honestly,
you
I don't even
should
know.
you should dig deep into
Yes.
and find out for yourself. Involve your parent at this point because you just have one and what if you not have another one? The one will just die. Involve
And
your
then-
parents so
another
that
thing
your
again, I think if
parents.
they do not talk, I'm sorry to cut you short. Another thing again, if they do not talk about this, maybe she should even restrict him from
Yes,
having sex
yes.
with
Let her just go for family planning.
Yes,
That
or
is
she should
okay.
go,
And just carry
to
that
avoid another
one. Yes,
problem.
yes.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Yes.
Instead of avoid, denying him sex, I think
Yes,
she should just go
family
on
planning.
her own
Family plan,
to go and do it. You understand? It's not expensive now.
Yeah,
It's
it's
something that
not.
she can do, yeah.
I think
It's
so. It's not.
unfortunate. I wish you all the best, and I just pray that you dig deep into this your problem because, my dear, it's not a small problem. And some women may not want to have just one child. I don't know how many children you want to have. If it's just one, thank God it's growing. As the day come, how do they call that? As the day break, abi as dawn come, abi as sun rise, the day is growing. Your son is growing, and before you know it, he will grow. Just be praying. See, hold God very tight because.
Honestly.
The man, when the boy start growing, the man will start resenting the child. Imagine the
Yes.
child being in the house and the man is insulting him, or when the child start waking up or pooing in the parlor or peeing,
Yes,
and the man is not that he's so neat, like he's a neat freak according to you.
Imagine the
So
smell
imagine
of
a
the
man,
poo and
imagine the child peeing, then come and pee on his couch. Oh God!
Oh.
So I can imagine how.
But when he
shout.
gets old, he will want that child, though. Seriously speaking, you
I
want that child because
definitely now
you want that child
that is how it
because
goes. You don't
if
want to
you-
follow. You don't want the process.
The process.
You
but
don't
you
want
just
the-
want the result.
yes, you want that child.
I just pray you.
I just pray
Please
you.
don't want when the
It's
child
God.
have grown. Start wanting from now. Put hand
Honestly.
now the child is small
It's
because
God.
the thing may even frustrate the woman more. That it didn't even help her. Then when the
It's
child
very,
are
very
growing, now want to start
heartbreaking.
I want
loving
to call
the
my
child.
child, my
So,
child, my son.
So
My son.
it's really frustrating.
Honestly,
I really feel your
honestly.
pain and I wish you all the best. Just I make a
Don't worry, I'll
inquiry.
Pray for you too.
Honestly, let her pray.
Ask
It's
involve
prayer. It's
your
only God
parents.
that can just perform this
Yeah,
miracle.
involve your parents. Forget about addition any image. The guy is family. Your parents are family. All of you are family. Involve your parents. Your parent may talk to him. He might listen. Your parent and his parent may put heads together,
Yes.
and a truth that is hidden may come out.
Come out, yes.
Because what is happening is not funny.
Yes.
No parent will want to condone such because my daughter is suffering. Please, what is happening? And they're not going. Your parents are not going forward. They're not going to fight. They're just going to make inquiry.
Yes,
What
ma'am.
is happening? I feel like you should involve your parents and you should just hold God tight.
Yeah.
I wish you all the best and I pray that you come out from this very strong. And don't worry, you'll have more kids. Your husband
Amen.
will
I
love.
wish you the best.
Amen. I wish you the
Your husband
best
will
too.
love
I
your
wish you the
kids.
best
Don't
too.
worry. He will love his kids and all of you will grow up
Amen.
together and grow old together.
Amen.
So, guys, thank you for watching. Please send us your stories. Send us your stories on our DM. I'm going to read out your stories for you here and you get the much needed advice you need. And to my amazing, beautiful guests, Gentle Glow and Angel, thank you for coming.